see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a team from the AAC, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Blazers will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So FIU's offense will get the first swing of the game. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
FIU pushing tempo. To the ground with the back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They'll run it from the gun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun to give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. They'll run the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
And, RD, it's completely changed the game. Like, now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So The quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
FIU pushing tempo. Back to pass, it's Jenkins. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive, third down coming up.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So UAB's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Zeno. Looking to the big tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Florida International offense is back on the field. The run from the shotgun. Running with power.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. FIU pushing tempo. Might as well stick with him. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They plow ahead with the run, but still more ground needed to pick up the first down. Third down coming. They'll try to run for it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
FIU will line up to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Hand off from the shotgun. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Dropping back, it's Zeno. Throws to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Florida International. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Florida International 10, UAB 0.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Throwing right. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
Second down coming up. Back to pass, it's Zeno. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This is a third and long. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Blazers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Patterson. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's right on target. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36. Four wide out set, 2-by-2 on 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. On 2nd and 10, a four wide out set, trips right. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How in the world did the offense retain possession? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Birmingham. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Protective Stadium.
Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Jacobs. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time, second and long from the 19. Looking for a man. It's Zeno. Good timing on the quick out. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Blazers in the hurry up. On third down, he drops to throw. Lost one deep down the right side.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And the Blazers will punt it away on fourth down. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
From the gun, the running back has it. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easier. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
And the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side is not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to get one down to the 15.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
The Blazers are in the hurry-up. quick touch pass to the receiver. Makes one man miss. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Looking to pass. It's Zeno. Got it! Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
2nd and goal for this offense. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, UAB. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the 1st half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Line getting set on 2nd down. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
And the Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. 3rd down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. That's exactly what happened, now setting up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
And here comes the offense on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a first and goal here. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run.
Touchdown, UAB! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth.
That means UAB 14 on international.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Florida International offense is back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
FIU pushing tempo. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. He's going to pass. On the run, still looking. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from Jenkins. He's taking a deep shot. Pulls it in on the left. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets rid of it. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, they don't pick up the first down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions, and we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to get it through the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Florida International.
And here we go. Down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Looks like the offense will just take a knee.
Today's final score, UAB 14, Florida International 10.
Welcome to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Panthers, and a program built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka. Give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mountaineers offense takes the field. The toughness epitomized from the coal mines of West Virginia, the steel mills in Pittsburgh, and you better have a sturdy jaw in the backyard brawl.
Any name in a rivalry game that's the backyard brawl, sign me up. Both these teams, man, that's what they're about. That's their identity. They'll be ready to throw down.
It's called backyard brawl for a reason. When West Virginia and Pitt play, there's fights on the field, there's fights up in the stands, there's fights in the parking lot after the game. These programs hate each other.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Green. They'll run the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Now on first down from the 30. Running back searching for a hole. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. Last time these two got together, it was the Mountaineers winning a thriller.
Man, they've been eating pepperoni rolls for a year in West Virginia after that close win last year, David.
And West Virginia did such a great job a year ago, keeping their composure. This is a big game, a lot of emotions, have to learn to handle it. Let's see if Pitt's ready for the moment.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They'll try the run. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Reads it, fires complete. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
The Mountaineers come to the line with a new set of downs. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense. Great in the tackle for a loss on first down.
Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Green. Fires to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch, coming up with a big play.
Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, West Virginia.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So the Pitt Panthers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
So many rivalries built on proximity, and Pitt and West Virginia have been squaring off in their backyard since 1895.
And it's just crazy to think about. A rivalry that goes that far back, so close to each other, it means so much for a year. A year of bragging rights, Palmer.
Well, and the hate started in 1895, but every single year, every time these two teams play, you just see that on the field. You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
How bold will they be on third down after that last run? It'll be a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On the return, it's Fox. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Green. Quickly to the tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short guy. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on four. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a beautiful sign. Not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to step up and make...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. A little screen to the running back.
And that's what defense is all about, understanding the situation. It's 3rd and long. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to make him throw that ball underneath to the running back and then do my job. Go corral, tackle him, and force the 4th down.
Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch called for and made. West Virginia has it and the offense ready to go to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Green. Unloads to the right. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked up.
And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback empties his backfield. He wants to throw here on second down. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! A great catch and run for 6.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Green. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, the backyard brawl is must-see TV, and today is no different. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that done. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between West Virginia and Pittsburgh plays out.
The Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
They move the tight end all over. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the 29, brings up 2nd down.
Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Mumpfield. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Panthers want to move quickly. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Powers through the defender.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking downfield, it's Holstein. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, a 4th down.
Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. He'll pull it on the read. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Nice move there. Gets them away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Mountaineers. And that one will give them the lead.
Touchdown, West Virginia.
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down on your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play. And you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top things off by getting out of bad field position in a hurry. A 90-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. The give to the tailback. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Now on the counter. Nice move to pick up yardage. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. On the ground, it's Reed. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. He looks that one in nicely. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
In search of that tying touchdown, they've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Good job in coverage defending their own end zone there, because you're trying to compress these windows and make it tough for the quarterback, and they were able to tip that one up in the air, and obviously it falls incomplete.
After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. They're trying to get to it. And it's caught! Touchdown, Panthers!
Man, a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field. When I run that post route, QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll give it on the counter. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Makes the grab. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Makes the grab. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his man down the middle. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. And the Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Oh, he left him grabbing. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Using his legs, it's White. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now they regain the lead.
17-14.
Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and a clash that we have in store today. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the AAC, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bulls will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UCF Knights offense takes the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
The Knights headed quickly to the line. Good, solid tackle.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Quarterback keeper. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Knights will have it 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Brown will throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And you usually don't bring in dime packages for running teams. You bring in dime because you know they're going to throw the football. You got more speed on the back end to cover, and defensive linemen know they have their job to do. And their job is to go get that quarterback and get that sucker on the ground.
The Knights will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. So USF's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
The Bulls will hustle to the line. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Movement here from the tight end. The give from the gun. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. They'll throw it from the red zone. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Brown wants to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. He'll take it himself. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Bulls. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5.